All right, I got another one for you guys. This comes from Niche Gamer. Valve wants SteamOS to be available on competing handhelds. So, sounds like Valve is going down the SteamOS route again and looking to find a way to get other console or other handheld developers to use their platform so that they can run Steam games just like the Steam Deck can. So basically, they're trying to make their own competition effectively. Now, a little history lesson on SteamOS. SteamOS came out a while ago. There was a whole thing about Valve was trying to get other manufacturers to build effectively SteamOS consoles. So the Steam Deck, but for a TV, for a set-top box, to try and kind of get PC gaming into the living room. And it was kind of a huge flop because nobody built these platforms, and the ones that were built were very expensive because obviously PC gaming is PC gaming. However, I think what we're seeing here is a very different environment. It looks like I think this might take off. I think this might be a really huge benefit to the PC gaming industry. Getting SteamOS back into an open source state, or at least a usable state for other developers to get those handhelds out. And honestly, once those handhelds are established, I think this is also going to open up a market for set-top boxes again to kind of eke into that living room competition again with like PlayStation and Xbox. It's definitely a possibility. I mean, this is basically turning PC gaming into a Nintendo Switch, but with your Steam library, with more than your Steam library, honestly, because if you've noticed with SteamOS, they are really very pro community in that development project, in that development initiative. The whole basis of SteamOS is Linux to its core, and you can run a Linux desktop effectively in SteamOS. You can just go drop to the Linux desktop and run it like a Linux computer. They include a set of software packages where you can actually get the they call it Mini Galaxy for good old games, GOG. So you can actually get your GOG library on this like out of the box without a problem. Just install Mini Galaxy and log into your account, and you're good. You're good to go. Your entire GOG library is on your Steam Deck, which is, again, Valve's commitment to opening up the industry so that there's competition across the board. They're not trying to pull the ladder up after them. They're trying to make this thing a bigger initiative than just Valve, just Steam. So I think it's great. I think this is a definite positive for PC gaming, bringing it more into that living room environment, into that handheld environment, getting more competition out there, getting more handhelds in the industry. And I think this could go the way that VR did. I mean, Steam partnered with Vive to make the effectively the first commercially viable VR headset. Or one of the first, I guess, technically Oculus as well. But, then they kind of opened up their Steam VR and said, hey, just make VR headsets and we're good with it. And now you've got a whole bunch of different compatible VR headsets, including Oculus, for Steam. So you've got this whole array of options, Vive included, as well as Valve making their own, where you've got options. You can buy any kind of headset you want, and for the most part, they'll all work with Steam VR. I think you're going to see the same thing with SteamOS, with these handhelds. It's going to be running SteamOS, and developers will likely be targeting it more and more as this kind of matures and as this gets into more of a foothold. I mean, we're already seeing that as it is. There's a huge amount of games out there that can run on Steam Deck now. It's absolutely insane. And for how easy it is to make that work, as I've even done with my own games, is to make it work on the Steam Deck. It's it's a no-brainer for game developers to be like, yeah, we're going to make this thing work on the handhelds on SteamOS so that we can get that market share. So you're going to see this, I think, become a real thing. And I think it's also going to creep into the living room. I think it's going to creep into the console market with TV connected desktops or set-top boxes like it was in the old days. More more like an actual streaming box than anything else, I would guess. Just based on what I'm seeing here. As far as the hardware requirements, it's going to be, I would guess, more of those boxes are going to be more geared towards the Steam Deck, towards that level of performance, towards that mobile friendly, battery saving tech, as opposed to like a full blown, hardcore PC gaming rig in your living room. You're going to get something a little more lightweight. But given what we've seen the Steam Deck be able to run, I think this is a good thing. I think this is going to be the way forward, and it's definitely a potential boon to Valve, because I mean they're selling all the games and they make a cut off of that. So, in the end, they win no matter what. One caveat here is that it sounds like the people that would make this more open to handheld developers is the same people working on the Steam Deck OLED model. So you're not going to see this happen anytime soon. It's probably going to be down the road, because once they get that OLED model out and everything is kosher there, then they're going to probably be working on this, opening things up for other handheld developers. As far as I know, SteamOS is still out there. It's still available. You can still run it on a desktop. You can still build your own Steam console. However, I'm sure that the newer stuff for the mobile compatible, this newer generation of SteamOS is not really up to snuff yet for other handhelds. So it's going to take some doing, but it sounds like they're committed to it, and it's going to be, I think, a really good thing for PC gaming at large. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you like the channel, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.